Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Empyrean Ironman Ultimate Season 0. As I said, I would start this episode after I have done the first day of mundane grinding as I normally would do. And here's where we're at. Level 4. 0 kills, 0 deaths. Open up the map. And we can see that I have traveled quite some distance. My escape pod is here, which is now coming into daylight, which means I am very close to the point where it becomes one full day after landing when the hostiles start to attack. So basically, when the escape pod is in basically mid-afternoon, hostiles will start to spawn. So I've got basically that much more time between now and then to figure out what to do about the hostile spawning problem, the food shortage problem, and all the other problems like being too cold or too hot or too whatever. So here's what I have done. After I had wandered across that area, I did find villagers wandering around somewhere over here-ish, somewhere in this area. So there may or may not be a village somewhere in this area. I have yet to actually find one following that plan of thought. Usually it's whenever I see villagers, they're just wandering around. That being said, things to remember. Now, I have also picked up enough materials to build myself a mobile constructor and the components to build a basic hover vessel. I am right now cooking up some wood logs to do this, and basically I did not find very much silicon, but what I did is I just mined all the crushed stone I could find. I even took the time to mine out a couple of really big, like 1,000+ size blocks of the stone, the really giant monster ones, to get enough crushed stone to build this. Landed on this beach. I'm on a beach next to a swamp, or swamp next to a beach, I guess. And I've basically picked every rock and thing that I could all night long, just to make sure I had enough to do this. Now it's going to cook off what's left of this biofuel order. I want to make a chainsaw. What is this? Shotgun. 30 rounds of ammunition, a metal detector or a basic detector, and a basic drill. After I've made these, then I will look into making some additional components and things as I see fit, as I have space. Probably make a second portable constructor and set that down. But since we have the ability to make it, we are going to craft ourselves that hover vessel. So, as you know, I like to build it on top of one of these things so that I can actually get into it. So you just basically point your cursor directly at it until you get the green box. Click and drop. And it just places it so that it is actually on top of this. Then this is the lightest armored cockpit you can have. I mean, yes, you can go lighter and just go an open cockpit, but the open cockpits really are not that much. Actually, they're the same weight. So these have 700 hit points. This has 650. So these open cockpits have a little bit higher hit points, but I like this one because I like to actually get underneath, hidden in behind glass, something. And it is the latest one you can build. That's the only reason I use this one. This is not my favorite cockpit. It's just the lightest one. Okay, and then I'm going to really quickly here turn on N symmetry plane, YZ. Click on the middle of that block. The reason for that is I have had a lot of problems placing these hover pads where it will glitch and jump or do whatever. and I don't like to mess with them anymore, and I have to, because they're a pain in the butt to place down. And I put them down so they're low, so that gives me that extra half, whatever, meter or so off the ground that these little square pads are. And then we can go in and symmetry plane off. And then we go launch the drone. Put on our final two components for the time being. One being the fuel tank and the other the generator, which we will place sideways like so. Then all I have to do is put some fuel in it, and we're ready to roll. I am going to let this continue cooking, but I think what I'm going to do is cancel this, and I'm going to order some, what do I need? Silicon 2. I'm going to order myself a couple of silicon ores. Grab these. Then we'll go back, we'll order the shotgun, 30 rounds of ammunition, the close range sensor, the drill. Come on, cook it up. There we go. And portable constructor. Now I don't normally build these heater cooler units because once I get a hover vessel like this, I mean, if you're cold, you jump in the cockpit and warm up. You need temperature control, you jump in the cockpit and warm up. Even if it doesn't fly, you can still jump in a cockpit and warm up. So I mean, literally, even without the hover pads, this is all you need as a basic location to keep your temperature and whatnot warm. So now I'm just waiting for this thing to craft, and then I'm going to get that working on making some more biofuel. And since I noticed a lot of my stuff has respawned, I'm going to see about harvesting. I can't drill this tree. Okay, I'm going to harvest a little bit more resources. See if I can get a little bit more on my experience points. I got to keep my eyes open because I'm expecting literally at any time now to start seeing hostile spawns. Now I do try to avoid spawning the motorcycle or creating the motorcycle early on because that's a lot of resources that I don't need for long term. Now I'm hoping, of course, that I can stay in this area just long enough to fortify and get this vessel up and running. Of course, the longer I hang out here, the less resources I have because there is no stones. And sometimes the stones respawn, but not always. So I should have this up and running now. You down. I'm going to throw that meat in there and these sticks, and we're going to vegetables. Give me a meat, and then everything. Oops, everything. There we go. Make some fuel. And we'll see how this is coming. Now I have shotgun. This is a good thing. I have a detector, which is also a good thing. Don't think I have level 5 yet, am I? No, I'm level 4. Okay. I need to get a little bit more experience and get level 5 going. Hey kids, we're back. I've just basically sat here, shot crickets and collected junk and harvested trees and all that kind of fun stuff. Been making up some fuel, which is now done cooking. We're going to pick up these constructors. And we're going to look at moving on. I also added a couple of spotlights onto the side of this thing. These are aiming in the, hopefully if they're aimed right, aiming in the forward direction, so they'll spot more down than out. It's just sometimes it gets dark and you want to see. We're going to jump into this bad boy here and manage, and we'll throw this fuel in there. I really wish they'd bring back the thing where you could get rotten food back into stuff, but we're going to power this on, switch our view. Oh, and we're going to adjust our view so we can see the hover vessel itself. There we go. And page down just a couple of ticks. That's better. Now, let's continue some planetary exploration. We're going to come up off the ground and we're going to keep moving. And as you can see, I've wasted almost a full day just collecting fuel and other stuff. I'm really looking for now is some sort of POI or other location where I can bunker in and really collect some resources, hopefully before I start to run into a point where I have to worry about freezing or starving or any other foolish nonsense like that. But now we got the detector, so 1,000 meters from us we should be able to see anything of interest. Those little guys, and they swim on the surface. They're supposed to swim underwater, but they spawn on the surface. It's hilarious when you see them. I think it's hilarious when you see them anyway. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of the other Ironman competitors, they will pre-build hover vessels and craft and whatnot in creative and then bring it into game. Any builds I do have always been in-game, and then I might spawn them into another game and modify them later on, which is what normally happens with my builds, is they just evolve each game, which means they're also very multifunctional. I can use them on different scenarios or different purposes. They're not all specific task built. But this thing is so basic and simple. It's literally a core, a generator, and a cockpit with 4 hover pads. 4 of the integrated hover pads. And there's nothing to it. Now, as time goes by and I find a little bit more resource, I'll build the constructor for it. Basically, I just need the experience, and the only way I can get experience, of course, is to drill, mine, kill, basically just kill stuff. And I don't mind doing that, but I really don't want to get out in the wilderness with no armor on and start killing things that might try to kill me back. Lots of bits of resource here, but I'm really kind of hoping to find some kind of POI or anything. These are large planets, and there is a lot of stuff to look for. So, and I'm assuming with these planets that they actually did have scenario POIs and such on them. There's something. Maybe something. Okay, it's a radiated field, so it might be a promethium deposit. But it could also be promethium deposit. Okay. Stay away from the radiated fields. I don't mind going near them or in them, but right now, especially with little or no armor, and the spiders are definitely out, little or no armor is not a safe or intelligent thing to be doing. if it was earlier in the game, like day 0 perhaps, or whatever, I might consider it, because you're not going to get attacked by a butt bug or a spider or something. But now that would be almost guaranteed, and with light armor, it would be way too much risk. Now, for some reason, every time I get in, near, or around forest, my frames go right, literally right to crap. I don't know what they've done on the last couple of updates, but forests have caused some kind of serious frame issue for my computer anyway. And, well, you know, my computer is basically a high-end potato. I have to stay away from these forest areas just because of that frame rate drop. Okay, something else is showing up on the map. Less than 1,000 meters from me to the west. Hongo. Of course, there's a freaking drone. Okay. No armor with level 1 shotgun is not drone hunting material for Ironman. Alright, so we're going to skirt this forest a little bit and continue moving westward and see what else we can find. Okay, we found a village. There's something of interest. Let's see if it is severely occupied or just moderately occupied. I don't see any drone presence, which is a start. All right, come on, what kind of village are you? Seriously, stand upright, please. Thank you. Okay, this is a fairly not bad village. I'm going to turn my inertia dampeners on, so I'll just simply move and stop, move and stop. We'll drive up inside here. Have no fear, village people, the cow has arrived. Turn off our thrusters. Actually, we turn off our whole hover vessel. Jump out. Okay. I don't have jet boosters or any armor. Oh, you jerk. Boy, that almost sounded like my car getting started in the morning. Okay, let's not play around with exploring the rest of those crawlers and see if we can find the loot that's in this base. Take that, thank you very much. Oh, did not like that sound. Okay, what did we get loot-wise? Not a lot of anything really useful. How nice it would be if you could crouch. Oh, you jerk. Oh, shit. Dermal parasite, dermal parasite. I don't have a healing thing for dermal parasite. Your dog bit me, dude. Poisonous bite, dermal parasite. I need plant proteins and some herbal leaves. Jump. Seriously. Is there a barrel behind this guy? No. Okay, so the only other barrel is this one over here. Used to be able to access these with a drone. Are you kidding me now? Okay. Excuse me, gentlemen. Your dog bit me. There's one more dog running around down there someplace. Did you give me any of the stuff I need to make dermal parasite? Yes, you did. Good boys. Now when I make that, I'm going to have to do open wound, which is that one. So we'll nail that. And then we'll nail this. And we'll nail those just to get a little bit of health back. Now I'm going to go over to where I put that unit down. Now I'm going to discuss these guys and their dog problem. Including the one with his head stuck through the wall. That's hilarious. Okay. Where's my other constructor? Okay, and go make some more of those and some more of those because I'm going to need them, and I can't order any more than that. What we'll do is we'll toss this in the trash, put these in our hot bar where they belong. Okay, let's go back to working on getting those experience points. Turn on the lights because it's now sunset. Oh, I needed shotgun ammo. That was the other thing I needed. Okay, now I got these in my inventory just in case another dog gets a lucky bump on me. These can keep cooking. I need that level 5 is what I need. Until I hit level 5, I'm naked. And I don't like running around naked unless I find a POI with actually with an armor in it. Excuse me, dude. Pardon me. Beep beep. You guys' roads really aren't meant for driving a vehicle down. You know that? He's not right next to me. He's not. Well, he is. Jerk. Excuse me. That's a bad doggy. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, we'll come up here. Come on. Up here. There we go. Oops, let's go to this one. This might be a good job for the coffee cup. Look, kids, we're killing hands-free. There's probably a couple more down there that I need to kill, but that's okay. I'm more interested in the resources that I just collected. Okay, let's just see if we can get out of this hole. I'm really sorry, my poor little Talon villager friends, but I have no choice. I have to kill you all. So let's see if I can spot some of you hanging out here someplace, having fun, being annoying. Okay, kids, we're back. I've been grinding villagers after that little incident, and we are still quite fine. As you can see, I'm now level 8. I have 33 kills, 0 deaths. Yes, that was a close call, but we're still alive. Takes more than a couple of crawlers to scratch my belly to get me. All right, so let's close off that. There we go. Okay, so what I have done now is I have made myself the mobile constructor. I used a lot of points, I've upgraded some stuff, and I've ordered a bunch of upgrade components for the hover vessel. I'm going to let those cook for a while. These guys were so nice to give me all kinds of loot and meat and whatnot, and I'm just letting more fuel cook. As you can see, it is now dawn on day number 3, and I am still alive. So I'm going to end it here, and I'll pick it up on the next episode, where we will continue our epic survival of the epic struggle of the ultimate in Iron Man. Thanks all for watching. Give some love to the other competitors, because they're struggling just as much as I am. And good night for now.